have something to show you. It's going to be really, really cool. It's the newest addition to my office. Come take a look. You know, I've got all kinds of cool things in my office. You know, I've got metal puzzles, I've got wood puzzles, you know, I've even got a Coca-Cola glass because it's a cool shape, and then I've got little pieces of cardboard that were kind of cool looking, packing material. But you know, one thing that I don't have is I don't have anything that's electronic and organic. It's kind of interesting, but you know what? My sister helped me out. Let me show you the latest edition. And here it is, the perfect combination of digital and organic. The potato clock! And what better potatoes to use than already dressed ones? Thanks, sis. Mwah! Potatoes are not included inside of the set itself, but they're a great addition, and you can dress them up however you want to. Please excuse the wardrobe malfunction, but you can have all kinds of fun things, and sometimes, they even kind of grow on you. Here's what's included in the box. First, we have metal pieces, the clock, some wire, stickers. We also have wonderful guided instructions, and we have a couple of glasses. The interesting thing about this particular potato clock is that I always thought that the potato itself was what produced the energy. Well, guess what? I was wrong. So as you probably know, an atom itself is made up of different things like protons, like these guys, and neutrons, like these guys, and they make up something called a nucleus inside of an atom. All right, great. We got a nucleus. And then around that, we have these things called electrons. And electrons kind of fly through here. They go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And they kind of form this cloud. Now, one thing, they kind of make these circles, and you add more and more electrons as the atom gets different. So in other words, helium as an atom is different than hydrogen. It has a different number of these guys and these guys. But what's interesting about these electrons is this outer shell here actually can have up to, depending on which level you are, can have maybe for up to 8. But if you're like copper or zinc that has a couple of holes, so you have one there, one there, one there, so that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, you actually got a couple of holes there. And I'm not going to put them there. And that's where the electrons can actually flow from atom to atom to atom. So what happens is you've got a little bit of copper, you got a little bit of zinc, and the electrons are flowing from stick, then to copper and zinc again, and then through the clock. So finally, it makes a circuit. It goes, and the electrons are just flying. They're just going whoosh, whoosh. And that's what the potatoes are. The potatoes allow the electrons to flow, but don't allow these things to touch. That's what the potato is for. Isn't that cool? So we followed the instructions, and we have wired the clock to the pieces of metal and taped up the ends, and more metal and wire. And now we go ahead and insert it inside of the potato. So, on one side, copper. On the other side, zinc. Right now, there's nothing that connects the two potatoes. That's what this one's for. Copper, zinc, and copper. There it is. It's a working clock. It's digital meets organic. Awesome. But what's interesting about this is that it's not necessarily the potatoes that are causing it, of course. It's the copper and the zinc. It's the chemical reaction between those. The potatoes will just allow, basically, the electrons to flow through them. And it doesn't have to be potatoes. It could be maybe cucumbers. Maybe you need to experiment to figure out which of the vegetables actually work. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a vegetable. Watch this. I've got here, remember the 2 cups that came in the package? What were those for? That's for our friend, Mr. Coca-Cola. And we take these 2 things, clock is turned off, we now put them back in here, and voila! We have a clock again. How interesting is that? So, grab one of these potato clocks. Very fun. It doesn't have to be a potato. Could be cucumber clock. All kinds of fun stuff. Have fun and enjoy your electrons.